Namaste. Namaste. Love you all. Love you.
皆さんを愛しています。
Yes.
ありがとう。
First question, Bhagwan. In the Second World War, many people died here in Okinawa, not only killed by others, but also committing suicide. In many religious traditions, suicide is said to be one of the greatest sins. Could you tell me the significance of suicide in oneness? I feel that Diksha doesn't work well with those who committed suicide. On the second day of this conference, we will have the ritual of Homa. What can we do for those who killed themselves?
Suicide is not permitted in oneness. Please translate. If somebody has committed suicide, there are special rituals to liberate them. For all those who committed suicide in Okinawa, we shall give a special blessing for their liberation. We move on to the next question.
Currently, this country of Japan has the territorial issues with neighboring countries. Those problems remind me of the self in an individual. I suppose if Japan as a whole gets awakened, then this kind of problems can be settled. Do the neighboring countries also get awakened if that is the case?
If one country becomes awakened, the neighboring country would soon become awakened. If countries awaken, territorial disputes and other problems naturally disappear. Next question.
PSV Bhagwan, thank you so much for being always together with us. Please let me know about nuclear power generation. I am afraid of it and hope it will be disappeared from the earth. On the other hand, I cannot be sure if we can go without it. For example, we need it when the earth comes to the glacial period. I suppose such extraordinary technology cannot come to mankind without the grace of God. Why we have come to have such a thing? This is from Kotoe Kurihara Bhagwan.
We need nuclear power for some more time, but eventually it would disappear.
Thank you, Bhagwan.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Dear Bhagwan, thank you so much for your ceaseless, heartfelt grace. In Japan, we traditionally say there are certain unlucky ages. 19, 33 and 37-year-old females and 25, 42 and 65-year-old males are said to be unlucky. Some people of those ages actually suffer serious accidents and diseases. Sometimes even their families are heavily influenced. Could you tell me the best way to get through such difficult times?
Awakening is the best way to get over these difficulties.
Thank you, Bhagwan. I suffer from a peculiar medical problem on my knee joints. I have gone through many kinds of healings and energy works. 2 years ago, the disease progressed so much that I could not walk at all on my feet. I now can walk, but it is not a complete recovery. I heard the root cause of a disease is complicated entanglement of the mind, negative karma, and so on. Diksha has become very strong by now, and I am afraid of strong reactions. What can I do when the purification process is too painful and unbearable? Is all what I can do just looking into my inside? Additionally, I have just come to know about Arogya Diksha and I have not gone through it yet.
Arogya Diksha will definitely help you.
Thank you, Bhagwan.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
I understand there are the two movements in the system of evolution, namely ascension and descension. Integration and unity emerge in ascension, while separation and imbalance emerge in descension. When separation comes to its peak, it stops for a while and then moves towards integration. When integration comes to its peak, it also starts moving towards separation. In this cyclic way, the universe maintains itself. When an individual is in a descension cycle, he is likely to experience disharmony. It becomes difficult for him not only to recover from illness, but also to be liberated from this cycle of evolution. Is this understanding correct? What result can be expected when we receive Diksha in our descension cycle? How can we prepare ourselves for Diksha during such a difficult time?
Your understanding is correct. Awakening would bring about total balance. And awakening is happening quite easily now.
Thank you, Bhagwan. I have a daughter of 20 years old and she is withdrawal. That means she stays at home and refuses to go out. I have tried everything I can do and I now watch over her from behind. There are many withdrawal people in Japan. Please give them your grace so that they can live comfortably with no fear of relationships with other people. I have always been praying for that, Bhagwan.
I will help her.
Thank you, Bhagwan.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Bhagwan, this is from Shoko Sekiba from Tokyo. Namaste, Sri Bhagwan. I have always prayed to Sri Amma Bhagwan and the Divine for my financial improvement. The parents of both my husband and myself have already passed away. I have attended many workshops for setting right relationships. I have practiced a lot of sadhanas. I have also done a personal homa while in India. So all the relevant problems seem to be dissolved by now. Still, we cannot have a good financial expectation. In fact, problems are coming up one after another. My question is there any possibility for us to be affected by the problems of our dead parents? Please help us, Bhagwan.
Both of you, that is you and your wife, must express sincere gratitude to both your parents for 7 days. The expression of gratitude must be done in a Japanese way. Your financial position would definitely improve in a few months.
Thank you, Bhagwan.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Bhagwan, this is from Mari Otsubo. Is awakening the same as the flowering of the heart? Or is awakening a part of the flowering of the heart? What does the words permanent and irreversible states mean?
It is the same and not the same. When there is awakening, there is also some awakening of the heart. The flowering of the heart is something which is beyond even awakening. Awakened states are not permanent and are reversible. Awakening is permanent and irreversible. In awakened states, you experience things very much like an awakened being. But the person is still there. When you are awakened, the person is gone.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Bhagwan, this is from Mari Otsubo. I heard our awakenings are prompted when we talk with them or stay close with them. What actually happens to us in such occasions?
If you take a piece of iron and rub a magnet over it, slowly the piece of iron becomes like a magnet. Similarly, if you stay close and keep interacting with awakened people, your brain also becomes like theirs. And it becomes easy to be awakened.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Bhagwan, this is again from Mari Otsubo. Bhagwan, is oneness meditation the most effective tool for awakening? Please let us know what can we do beside oneness meditation.
Oneness meditation by an awakened person is the most effective tool for awakening. After December 21st, this itself is a powerful tool for making anybody awakened.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Bhagwan, everybody says she or he feels elevated and good when they come near to an awakened one. But I always feel sad while attending the oneness meditation. Why do I have to be like that, Bhagwan?
You are like that because your awakening is very close.
Dear beloved Sri Amma Bhagwan, thank you so much for always loving, guiding and caring us. I heard thousands of people will be awakened on the 21st December 2012. The rest will remain unawakened, won't they? I am worrying whether I will be awakened or not. Will those who remain unawakened have the mind, charges, sufferings and conflicts as before?
It is not that on December 21st, thousands of people will become awakened and then everything stops. It only means that from December 21st onwards, every day thousands of people would become awakened till everybody becomes awakened by 2035.
Thank you, Bhagwan. I have two fears. One is that I may be left behind from awakening of everybody else. The other is the fear of awakening itself. I try to see these fears. At the same time, I try to manage them. In this way, I feel conflict regarding awakening. Is all what I have to do is just staying with those fears, Bhagavan?
All that you must do is to stay with your fears. You would definitely be awakened.
Dear Sri Bhagavan, I thank you so much for guiding us to awakening. The other day, you in a Russian darshan said, all sadhana has already been done. Any sadhana now would prove counterproductive. All that we want from you is, please do nothing. So I have a question. I feel released and be free from charges after going through Samskar Shuddhi. Are the intentional life reviews and Samskar Shuddhi counterproductive now, Bhagavan?
It would be better to undergo Samskar Shuddhi after your awakening. The energies are changing. The best thing to do now is to keep quiet. After your awakening, some charges do remain, for which you could undergo some Samskar Shuddhi. Even though these charges do not really trouble you, still it's better to be free of them. For the moment, simply keeping quiet is the best way to receive awakening. Awakening is a gift from the divine. The best way to receive it is to keep quiet.
Dear Sri Bhagavan, thank you so much for always giving us so much grace. Laughter spontaneously comes up while watching your weekly webcast and attending oneness meditation. After oneness meditation in particular, I cannot stop laughing while lying down in Shavasana on the floor. There is no reason for this laughter. It automatically comes up. While laughing, I sometimes feel that something comes into my body and the creativity of the universe expresses its delight. After laughing, my body is filled with bliss. Sri Bhagavan, please give some explanation on this phenomenon. I know our finite mind cannot comprehend everything, but please give some explanation so that I can understand. Thank you, Bhagavan.
Laughing or crying is a Kundalini phenomenon. It only indicates the process is on. You would soon be awakened.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Dear Sri Bhagavan, thank you so much for always giving us a lot of grace and blissful days. Could you please comment on the difference between the ways how awakened ones and how unawakened ones live their lives? As for myself, I have always regretted the past and feared the future regardless of my spiritual efforts. But now I am just experiencing what is in front of myself. In the past, I classified my memory into two categories, namely good and bad. But now I feel everything that has happened is joyful. What will happen to me next? Will I stop recollecting the past? Please support me so that I can live in the present moment more. Beloved Sri Bhagavan, I look forward to our collective God realization under your guidance. I express my deepest gratitude for your guidance with love and patience.
You are almost awakened. You could be fully awakened any time now.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Dear Sri Bhagavan, Holy Father, thank you so much for taking us on to this place. I am so touched to feel nothing but gratitude. I love you. What is the role of Diksha givers before and after 21st December 2012? How shall we spend our time before and after that day? Please let me know how the oneness courses in India will be like after 2014. I should like to come to Oneness University again, Bhagavan. Beloved Sri Bhagavan, please give me much grace.
The role of Diksha givers before and after December 21st is to help others get awakened. From 2013 onwards, we will be focusing on God realization at the university.
では皆さん、バガバンからお茶を受け取って、そして、
Love you all. Love you.
Thank you, Bhagavan. We love you.
Namaste. Namaste.